AP Psych, Mod 22, Understanding Consciousness and Hypnosis. Consciousness is defined in the book as the awareness of ourselves and our environment around us. So, consciousness can come in states of consciousness, and those states of consciousness can be induced in a variety of different ways. The book explains 3. They can be induced spontaneously in ways such as daydreaming, drowsiness, or dreaming, which occur at random points, daydreaming, of course, during the day, dreaming at night, or drowsiness, which can just happen during the day. Also, states of consciousness can occur physiologically in ways such as hallucinations, food or oxygen deprivation, or orgasms. The third way that the book talks about being induced is psychologically, in ways such as meditation, sensory deprivation, and hypnosis, which is what I'm about to talk about. Hypnosis is a social interaction in which one person, the subject, responds to another person's, the hypnotist's, suggestions that certain perceptions, feelings, thoughts, or behaviors will spontaneously occur. So, during hypnosis, the hypnotist can incorporate post-hypnotic suggestions, which are suggestions that can be carried out after hypnosis. Common suggestions that hypnotists nowadays use are things such as forgetting a number, forgetting your name, you have a different name, singing, dancing, or, on the therapeutic side, there's no smoking, no drinking, or no abusing things of any kind, such as people or substances. As such, hypnosis can be used as therapy or entertainment. By no means does the hypnotist have complete control over the person hypnotized, but the subject does reach a state of high suggestibility. Hypnosis can also alleviate pain. An experiment done in 2008 proves this. An unhypnotized subject put their arm in an ice bath and felt intense pain within 25 seconds. Later, a hypnotized person put their arm in an ice water bath with the post-hypnotic suggestion not to feel pain, and they reported feeling little to no pain. So, there are a few theories to how hypnosis functions. Some people think it is due to dissociation or a split in consciousness, which allows some thoughts and behaviors to occur simultaneously. Or, some people think it's just due to social influence. In the example of the ice water bath, dissociation says the subject's awareness is split, meaning they're unaware of their surroundings, whereas social influence says the subject is so caught up in hypnosis that he or she ignores the cold. In conclusion, hypnosis can be used for many things such as pain alleviation, therapy, entertainment, etc. So, as an example of hypnosis, we hypnotized TJ, and the post-hypnotic suggestion we gave him was to shout at Mr. Whiting, saying, "Your beard is weird," when we say a certain word. That word is labradoodle.
Now let's focus on the states of consciousness that are completely universal. Sleep! Regardless of how good or bad your sleep is, it is probably governed by a couple of patterns and can be better understood by learning sleep theories. First off, as mammals, our bodies are guided by the circadian rhythm. The term circadian rhythm comes from the Latin circa diem, about a day. This means that from day to day, our brains, and therefore our minds, will rise and fall in several performances: physical performance, genital arousal, and even temperature. However, age and experience can also impact how we experience this daily cycle. A smaller cycle occurs within our sleep as well. The cycle includes REM sleep and several levels of NREM sleep, which can be measured through various brain waves, such as delta waves. REM sleep is important for memory and learning, so both are impaired when it is withheld. Once you go into REM sleep deprivation, you need more and will get it at any cost. REM sleep is the lightest sleep and stands for rapid eye movement sleep. NREM sleep stages contain a continually deepening of sleep identifiable by delta brainwaves. At the beginning of sleep, you'd quickly dive through these levels of NREM sleep. Then, an hour in, you ascend to the light REM sleep for about 10 minutes before returning to deep sleep. This 90-minute cycle repeats itself about 5 times or so. Each time, the REM stage getting longer. But what can change our sleep patterns? Biology and environment primarily, as it was earlier. Many of these factors elicit changes apparent in the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN. The SCN causes the brain's pineal gland to increase or decrease the sleep-inducing hormone melatonin. Biological and environmental factors both play a role in our sleep patterns because things such as amounts of light and ancestors can change the function of the SCN. Understanding these things, we now ask, what does sleep even do? Of its many functions, the most important are protection, TJ, nice, recuperation, memory.
Will's favorite fish is the Humu Humu Nuku Nuku Apua Ah fish.
Problem solving, and growth. So let's get on with it.
Well, hello. I was just getting my beauty sleep. It is said that if you sleep 25 more minutes, that is the difference between a high grade and a low grade. It also helps improve your memory from what you studied last night. If you add just 15 minutes of sleep, you'll have higher functionality. 3 in 10 Americans say that they didn't get enough sleep last night. Sleep makes people say that they are more satisfied. If you sleep 5 hours or less, you'll have a 71% chance of being more depressed. Some other problems with sleep depression is that you'll have a difficulty studying, diminished productivity, tendency to make more mistakes, irritability, and fatigue. Some more problems is it can make you fat, it can weaken your immune system, and you'll live shorter than people that are not sleep deprived. Now, I gotta get to school. It is said that driver fatigue caused 20% of the accidents in the US and 30% of the accidents in Australia. Does that mean that US is better driving under fatigue? Well, kind of yes. The problem is sleep depression causes visual mistakes and slower reaction time. Now, it also says that if you start school 80 minutes later, that you'll have 25% fewer crashes, according to a study in Virginia. And so hint, hint, we need to start school later. Now, about time I arrived at school. It is said that while in school, 28% of high school students fall asleep in high school in at least 1 week. There are some disabilities while sleeping. 1 in 10 have insomnia, and this is when you can't fall asleep and you have troubles. So one weird thing about this, if you fret about it, you'll have even a harder time falling asleep. The most common cures to this are sleeping pills and for some people alcohol, but this is proven that it actually worsens it. Another sleeping disability is narcolepsy. It is when you randomly fall asleep at bad times. But these sleeps last only less than 5 minutes on most occasions. 1 in 2,000 people have this, and this is production of a neurotransmitter called orexin. It is most commonly linked in families because it is caused by genes. Another sleep disability is sleep apnea. This is the lack of breath for about a minute, and then you'll wake up to take your breath and you'll fall back to sleep. Most people don't remember waking up. The best cure for this is wearing a mask that helps you breathe at night. One major side effect of sleep apnea is night terrors. Occurs in the NREM3. This is when you lose control over what you're doing at night, and your paralysis isn't working, and so you act out your dreams. It is most common in children. It is also linked to sleepwalking and sleep talking. This is also in children because this is the biggest NREM3. About 20% of children have sleepwalking and talking. It also runs in the families like narcolepsy because it is found in genes. Dreams in REM are vivid, emotional, and bizarre. 8 and 10 you'll have a negative one. They found that dreams are based off your day, and if you want to remember your dream, you need to stay awake for more than 5 minutes, because it is said that if you don't stay awake for more than 5 minutes, you'll lose your memory that time, which is also why people with sleep apnea don't remember waking up and breathing. Freud's theories about dreams is the manifest content and the latent content. The manifest content is the remembered storyline. It is basically the meaning of your dream the way you see it. The latent content is the hidden message of the dreams. Some problems with his theories is lack of scientific support, and dreams may be interpreted in many different ways. Information processing is another theory, and this is when dreams help us sort out our day and help us remember them. But some more critical considerations about this theory is about when we dream of things that we don't experience. Psychological functions is another one. It is said that it helps you develop them. This does not explain why we experience meaningful dreams. Neural activation is when you have random neural activations and they come out as random, just random dreams. Cognitive development is another theory, and it says how dreams help you develop your mind, and it's linked with human development. Another important thing is REM rebound. Mammals are the only ones that show REM rebound, and this is because if sleep deprivation, you lose your REM sleep, and so the next night you'll have more REM sleep. Thank you.
A psychoactive drug is a chemical substance that alters perceptions and moods. The continued craving and use of these substances is substance use disorder. As one uses psychoactive drugs, they gain tolerance, meaning the same dose affects the user less and less. If one attempts to quit the drug, they'll often undergo withdrawal and start feeling physical pain as well as strong cravings. These cravings come from drug addiction, which is the compulsive desire to continually use a drug despite its consequences. There are three main types of psychoactive drugs: depressants, hallucinogens, and stimulants. Depressants reduce your activity and slow body functions. Alcohol, the most common depressant, decreases judgment, inhibition, and reaction time. This allows the user to be more likely to make decisions they wouldn't. These decisions can be harmful or helpful, such as leaving a large tip or starting a fight. Alcohol also disrupts memory formation, sometimes even leading to blackouts. Other depressants include barbiturates, opiates, just barbiturates and opiates. Barbiturates have similar effects to alcohol, but in large doses can impair memory and can even be lethal. Opiates temporarily lessens pain and anxiety. Now, we'll move on to stimulants. Stimulants increase neural activity and speed of body functions. The most addictive stimulant is nicotine. Nicotine is found in tobacco products.
Nice.
It tells the brain to release neurotransmitters, causing boosted alertness and mental efficiency, decreased appetite, calms anxiety, and reduces sensitivity to pain. Other stimulants include cocaine, methamphetamine, and ecstasy. These drugs give increased energy as well as the sense of euphoria. Hallucinogens are drugs that alter perceptions and sometimes even create perceptions without sensory input. Some hallucinogens include LSD and marijuana. Almost all psychoactive drugs produce temporary good feelings, followed by harmful long-term effects. Finn